Hello everyone, hope you guys are having a good Tuesday night. It is May 26th, 2020. I hope you guys are having a good Tuesday, like I said. So yesterday was Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day. I did not post yesterday. I just got off of school last Thursday, so that's why I haven't been posting for a little bit, because I've just been kind of taking a break and I've been doing some stuff. Now, I do have a question I want to ask you guys, and I'd like for you guys to reply to me or give me an answer in the comments. Okay, would you guys like to see Roblox storm chasing videos, or would you guys like to see Minecraft tornado survival? Because I've been trying to get this set up for a while. I got Minecraft a few days ago on my computer. And actually, I got like 60 FPS on it, so it's pretty good. And I got the tornado mod. I was wondering if you guys wanted to see that, or if you guys want to see more Roblox storm chasing games, because I've kind of wanted to film the tornado mod. Because it is pretty fun for me to do. So please reply to that in the comments. But we're going to get started because tomorrow the SPC has issued an enhanced risk for areas of central Texas and 3 different marginal risks across the south. So we're gonna be seeing what those are about. This is the day 2 outlook for the SPC. I did not make my own outlook for today. I tried to. I've been trying to do it for like 45 minutes. I gotta figure out. I gotta get some new colors going on, because I realized it was so ugly because I was using different colors than what I was using before. They just look bad, the colors, so I'm trying to get new ones, but it's not going well. But the SPC has issued an enhanced risk, like I said. Let's look at the tornado threat. We do have a 5% risk in central Texas here. Let's get the pen here. 5% right there. Then we do have a separate little 2%, as there will be a low coming out of the Atlantic, and that could bring a brief spin-up tornado threat to areas in North Carolina. Right there, but we do the area we're going to be watching tomorrow is the 5% right here. And if that does turn into a 10% risk, which I think I'd say it's about a 50% chance it's going to turn into a 10%, which I will tell you guys later in the video. We're going to look at the models in a second about that. Wind threat tomorrow is 30%. Hail threat is 30% with a significant risk. Tomorrow might be a big day. It is extremely unlikely this is going to become a moderate risk. I'm not expecting a moderate risk at all. Then for day 3, which is Thursday, we do have a marginal risk in this area here, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Western North Carolina, up to areas of Kentucky. And we do have another marginal risk for portions of Texas also. So we're going to have to see how that happens. I'll probably have an outlook out for Thursday's severe weather tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Now let's get started here. So this is the composite reflectivity with UH, which is kind of updraft. Let's see. So it's kind of helpful. It can give you an idea on. You see, like go out to 18Z tomorrow. That's when I kind of expect initiation in areas of central Texas. Central Texas, maybe even up towards northern Texas, you could expect something too. I would actually, if I was making my own forecast, I've been looking at this a little bit. I think they should have the marginal risk a little bit further to the north, and it is. I would have it all the way up here in this area. I'll kind of draw it out for you guys. In my outlook, I had the marginal risk kind of like in this area. I think it was a little further south than that, but yeah. Well, and you see, about around 18Z, we could have some initiation in central Texas and maybe even up towards northern Texas. And around 21Z is when it gets started. And we could see some spotty storms in Oklahoma that could produce maybe some strong winds and maybe some small hail. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of those goes severe warned in that area right there. So that's why I did kind of have a marginal risk for a little bit of southern Oklahoma. Also, but I'm expecting it to be a little bit active by 21Z tomorrow. With a lot of storms kind of going down towards almost to Houston, down to the west of Fort Worth, likely, kind of in this area. Which cities are in that? I think Austin and Waco. Yeah, Austin, Texas, and Waco. Could have some initiation around there. And by 00Z, we see what's going on in Mississippi is we kind of have this setting up, damaging winds and some small hail are likely. I think the tornado threat in Mississippi is pretty low. Mississippi, Alabama. We see we could have some slightly organized storms in this area right along the river of northern where Texas gets turning to Oklahoma, the border of those two states. It could have even some organized storms in there, but I think the most organized storms are going to be in this area down here, which is really enhanced risk because these will likely have some supercells here, and some of these could even produce tornadoes. So we probably are going to have a live stream where it might start around 00Z though, because I don't like live streaming in the middle of the afternoon all that much. Now let's go out to 3Z. At 3Z, you can see the storms likely aren't going to be that much like a supercell anymore. They're mainly kind of down in central southern Texas, towards probably, I think it's San Antonio in that area. We see this one here is, okay, just ignore that. But this one here is still kind of showing may still have some supercell features, so we probably could still have one or two supercells going on at this time, but it's likely going to be probably a damaging wind to hail threat of maybe some embedded tornadoes. And then by 6Z, which is later, it really fizzles out. And so by morning, I'm not really expecting anything to be going on. With that, now let's take a look at the mixed layer cape for tomorrow, because that is very important for severe weather. As you can see in the afternoon here, the only thing limiting my area in southern Oklahoma is Cape. Cape is pretty low, but you can also see down here, so this is 18Z, which is 1 p.m. Central Time. You can see we have 2,000 Cape in these yellow colors, 2,000 plus in these yellow colors, even some red colors, which means 3,000 plus. It's showing up in some areas. We can see we have 2,000. Why? This is why. Alright, but we can see we have 2,000 plus going all the way up into a pretty good area of Texas here. So we definitely do have enough energy in our enhanced risk to see some severe weather. Definitely enough. We do have some in Mississippi too, almost 2,000 in that area, maybe even 3,000 southern part of the state. So I think tomorrow we're going to be good on energy. We don't have anything like extreme, like 5,000 to 6,000 Cape, which I'm going to be talking about in an event next on June 1st and June 2nd that could happen. It's a little bit far out. It's it's about a week out, but a little bit less than a week, but I think it's going to happen, or it could happen. It's going to change a lot though. We're going to be talking about that later in the video. So yeah, let's take a look at bulk shear. And this could help us see what our tornado potential is going to be. So we go to around 21Z. We have a lot of bulk shear, 60 knots. Almost 50 knots, 75, 76 knots in that area right there in central Texas in our enhanced risk. So this is why I think they could issue a 10% risk for tomorrow, because right now our tornado threat, like it's been for a while this year, it's only a 5%, which is only equivalent to a slight risk. So if they upgrade it to a 10% seg, 10% significant, it's still going to be an enhanced risk. It's not going to push it over to moderate. There's still some really good shear even as we go on the 00Z. We still got 81 knots right there in that area. So plenty of shear for these storms. So I think tornado threat is going to be pretty decent. Now significant tornado parameter. Let's take a look at this. STPs. I don't really like looking at this a whole lot anymore. It's kind of wrong sometimes. I do see numbers up to 1.4, but that can kind of be misleading. Let's look at supersonic composite now. Let's go out to Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, so supersonic composite is the highest in southern Texas. We can kind of see these storms showing up as kind of outflow dominant. But in front of that outflow event, you do have supersonic composite of 17. I got right there, about 10 to 15 in some areas down in this area. And earlier in the day, we have about 5 to 10 in this area. So I think tomorrow we're going to have a good supercell threat with some tornado potential. I'd say max tornado con right now is probably a 4, and it's in this area right here. Probably a 4 in the tornado con. So yes. All right, now we're going to look at the last thing for Wednesday. That is going to be dews. That's another important factor for severe weather. It's pretty much it means it's the amount of moisture you have which you need moisture to get storms. So you're not going to get good tornadoes and good supercells that can produce tornadoes and dew points of 38. It's just not really likely, if I have to say. But Wednesday afternoon, we see some pretty good dews. We see in this area here, I want to see at least 55 plus. I can see some severe weather right around 55, but I want to see 55 plus. Maybe even 60 plus for good tornado outbreaks. That kind of stuff. But we see Oklahoma City, right to the east of Oklahoma City, have dew points of 60, but in our severe weather area, Wednesday afternoon we already have dews. In some areas they're kind of in the 50s, 50 right there, but to the east in some areas we have dew points closer to 65. So dews will be likely around 60, and as we go a little bit later, let's skip out to 21Z here. You see, some of these storms might soak up some of the, or eat up some of the dews, but we will likely have enough moisture. These dew points are likely going to be in the lower 60s, to mid 60s in some areas. So, and the further west you go, it could start to hit the upper 50s. So I think that the biggest tornado potential is likely in this general area. Let's get rid of that. All right, so now I want to talk about June 1st here. So this is the GFS model. We're looking at surface-based CAPE. So we go out to Sunday afternoon here. This is when I think it's going to start as around Sunday, May 31st. I think we could see our first burst of something. We see we have CAPE in some areas of the kind of high plains area, the northern high plains, of around 2,500 to 3,000, this is just surface-based CAPE. But that can give us an idea on what we're going to be probably be seeing. And keep in mind the GFS does tend to underdo CAPE sometimes. But so we see good CAPE that day, which is the 31st, but then Monday we go out in portions of South Dakota, southern North Dakota, Nebraska, and northern Kansas. We see CAPE of 3,500. So we definitely have a lot of CAPE, especially in this area with the highest CAPE. And this doesn't mean we're going to see the highest tornado potential in that area, because we're going to have to look at other things like bulk shear, storm relative velocity, to get an idea. Even lifted index or LCL height. We have to look at all this stuff. But then we go out to Tuesday 6/2, which is June 2nd. Look at this in northeastern South Dakota here. 5,000, almost 6,000 CAPE, and that's just surface-based GFS CAPE. Which the GFS model does tend to underdo CAPE a lot. So I think in this case I might be overdoing it a little bit, but we'll have to see. I want to look at let's look at bulk shear and see if we're going to be able to, if we're going to have how much shear we got. So let's go out to Sunday, which is when I think it could start. Sunday, it's a little on the low side. We got around almost close to 40 in some areas, mainly around 30 in the 30 knot range, 30 knots. And then as we go out to skip here out to Monday afternoon here, I think the highest tornado potential could be up to the north, maybe on some kind of triple point. If we can get a triple point set up, I think that could be a good thing for tornado threat. But in southern North Dakota, I think from right now, my preliminary kind of forecast is I think the highest tornado potential for Monday June 1st might be in this area here. So we're gonna have to see if that actually does happen, but that's just preliminary, so I wouldn't take it fully yet, because I haven't really looked into this too in depth yet. But we'll take a sounding for that area in the evening. Marginal tornado, a little bit of a cap right there. That's right where you want to see it. MLCIN -55. It's right in the middle. Super second positive 8.3 in the sounding. 3,257 surface. 2,690 ML CAPE. You can see we have a decent looking photograaph, marginal tornado. So that's where I think the highest ones would be. And then Tuesday, it's looking maybe kind of like a big hail threat, but I think in the northern tier of this, we could see maybe some tornadoes in this area, which is kind of the whole area right there. It's kind of hard to pinpoint. Wait a second, y'all. Somebody just called me. Sorry about that. Let's see that. And let's get dews in that area. That could be a limiting factor, because this is the northern plains. Even though it is June, we could see not enough moisture. On the 31st, though, we got around 63. dews. Let's take a sounding for that area where I think the highest. Sort of none, 79, decent cape. 60, yeah, that could be a good sounding. Now on June 1st, got plenty of dews. Let's go to our highest tornado area. Marginal Tor. We've already taken soundings in that area, but that, oh, wow, look at that. Almost, in our high area up here, dews almost 78. I think it's a little overdoing it, but look at that fat cape, 7,000 surface, 20. I think on June 2nd it's gonna peak. That's when it's likely gonna be the big day. But that'll wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe, and I hope you guys will give me an answer on what I talked about earlier in the video. Yes, peace.